Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to teach you Czech again. Basically this is a part 2 of teaching you Czech. So if you haven't seen the part 1, I definitely advise you to do so. Okay, so I today have here my setup like pretty visible. However, it is really not like optional for me to do it from a different view, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see what I'm writing on the paper. Okay, perfect. So thank you for understanding and hopefully you do not mind. So with that said, let's get straight into it. We will start with some basic phrases that you will use when you meet someone and you want to have like the real basic conversation. Okay, so as I already said in the previous video, we have tykání, which is informal, and vykání, which is formal. So if you would like to greet someone, this is basically a repetition from the last video. If you would like to greet someone, you would say dobrý den, and that would be formal. It will look like this. It basically stands for hello. And if you wanted to say hi to someone who you already know, you would usually say ahoj, hi, or hey. You could also say ciao or anything like that, which you may know from other languages such as Italian and so on. Okay, perfect. So now that we have this, you would probably want to ask the person, or you would like to introduce yourself. So let's start with the introduction. We already did this in the previous video. So let me write you down again, just real fast what it looks like. So this is going to be singular, this is going to be plural, and we have there 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the first person singular is já, ty, on, he, ona, she, ono. This is basically just to remind you what Czech pronouns look like. I'm going to write here pronouns. Okay, so the first person plural is me, vy, oni, ony, ona. So these are men, these are women, and this is plural for basically like it. Okay, perfect. So we have there já, ty, on, ona, ono, my, vy, oni, ony, ona. So if I wanted to say hi, my name is Kewas, I would say hello, and now I would say my, which is moje, name, jméno, blah blah blah, I would say Kewas, which is not my real name if you watch me for some time, but let's just skip that. So you would say moje jméno je Kewas. Moje jméno je Alejandro. Moje jméno je Britney. So you could basically choose whatever you want. You would just say my name is, or you could say já jsem Kewas. And again, you can fill in já jsem Britney, já jsem Alejandro, já jsem Rufus. It really doesn't matter. You would just say either moje jméno je or já jsem. So if you would just want to greet someone on the street, it would be hello, or hi, and you would say my name is, moje jméno je Kewas, já jsem Kewas. And if you would like to ask what the other person's name is, you would ask and yours, right? And then would be and stands for a, which is a conjunction, the most typical conjunction, and yours, a, tvoje, or it's not yours, or it's just your, and your, a tvoje. So this is a possessive pronoun, which is přivlastňovací zájmeno in Czech. Přivlastňovací zájmeno in Czech. So you would say, and just repeat after me. Really feel free to repeat. It is actually wanted that you interact with me in this video. So you would just say ahoj, já jsem, and then you would say your name. A tvoje? And I would say ahoj, já jsem Kewas. So you would basically say ahoj, moje jméno je, and you can for example say Roman, and I would say, and you would say a tvoje, and I would say ahoj, já jsem Kewas. So it would go like this basically. It's really hard to just yeah. Okay, I'm just going to start to be so thrilled about it. And yeah, okay, so we've got that covered. Now the usual question that people ask are, how are you? So I will now list a list of, okay, let's just do how are you, like at first. So how are you? Which would be jak se máš? Or how is it going? How is it going? And you would say jak to jde. So in the previous video we were talking about the verb go, which is in Czech in infinitive jít, and if you just I think it's called conjugate, yeah, conjugate it just turns into jídem. So you would ask, how is it going? And now it just depends on you which of these variations you will actually learn. So in the previous video we were talking about how go and infinitive in Czech is jít as the same word, it's a translation. So if you would like to just have it like, how is it going? Jak to jde? But really, if you wanted to ask, yeah, this is informal. Otherwise, it would be like this: informal and formal. Okay. So you would say, jak to jde, which doesn't really show if you're talking to one person or more. It's just neutral, but it's informal. You wouldn't use that if you were talking to your boss. You would say, jak se máte? Jak se máte? How are you? Jak se máte? Or jak se máš? So if we met, again, you would say, ahoj. Já jsem, now just for your name, and then you would say, jak se máte? Or jak se máš? And I would say, dobře. Dobře. Oh, that D looks not very good. Let me just redo it, okay? Okay, that looks better. I like it better. Dobře. Good. Good. And if it was bad, you would say špatně. Špatně. Jak to jde? Dobře. Jak to jde? Špatně. Now, let's go to absolute basics, which is yes and no. Ano. Ne. Ano. Ne. You can use again ano, which looks like this and stands for yes, ano, and ne, which stands for no. Yes, ano, no, ne, ano, ne, ano, ne. Perfect. So you just have to remember those words. These are really the absolute basic that I can teach you. So let's just go straight to a different part, and that's going to be question words. Question words. So what are question words? I'm going to take a different color for that. Question words. So what are the basic or normal question words? So first is probably who. Kdo. Kdo. Then you would have where. Kam. Kam. Or kde. This basically means toward direction. Kam means toward direction, and kde is used like mostly. It's the word that you would most commonly use. How? Yuck. So this is pretty obvious from the question, how are you? How are you? Jak? Jak se máš? Jak to jde? Okay. And then we have what? What? So? Or jaký? So or jaký? This would be for the questions of what color do you like? What genre do you listen to? So this would be the kind of what. If you would like to say, what is that? It would be so. So. Okay. Jaký druh hudby posloucháš? What kind of music do you listen to? So like this, like that, and like this. So you can see that we do not have many words that would like be there only as helpful. Okay, and you is reflected on the ending of the word posloucháš. Okay, and then we have another one which would be why, which would stand for proč. Next would be when. Kdy. Whose. Čí. And which. Který. So we have kdo, kde, kam, jak, co, jaký, proč, kdy, čí, který. So we have a rising intonation when we say those words. Kdo, kam, kde, jak, co, jaký, proč, kdy, čí, který. Who, kdo. Who are you? Kdo jsi? Who are you? Kdo jsi? Where, kam, kde. Okay, let's do it like that. Where are we going? Kam jdeme? As I said in the first video, when we have we in Czech we conjugate the verb with me. Where are we going? Where are we going? Kam jdeme? Kam jdeme? Kam jdeme? Kam jdeme? So you can see that the we is reflecting on the ending of the word me, which we discussed in the previous lesson. And then we have where am I? Where am I? Kde jsem? Kde jsem? So as another one we would have how. We already had the question how are you? So what about how well do you know him? How well do you know him? How well do you know him? And B, jak, how well, dobře, him, ho, znáš, no, znáš, znát, jak dobře ho znáš, or znáte, znáte. There you can hear the difference, znáte, znáte. So it's jak dobře ho znáte, jak dobře ho znáš, jak dobře ho znáte. What, co, jaký, We had there, what kind of music do you listen to? Jaký druh hudby posloucháš? If we wanted to do a basic of this word, we would use what is it? What is it? Co to je? What, co, it, to, is, je. Co to je? Co to je? I'm sorry I keep using the English pronunciation even in Czech. It's really difficult for me to switch between two languages at the same time. Why? Proč? Why are we here? Why are we here? Proč? Here. Tady jsme. Again, this reflects on this. Same goes for you, znáš, or znáte. Proč tady jsme? Or proč jsme tady? It doesn't matter. The order of the words in this case doesn't matter. The only thing that has to be at the beginning is the question word. When, kdy. When do you leave? Kdy odcházíš? Kdy odcházíš? You or odcházíte? Odcházíte? Whose? Whose jacket is that? Čí je to bunda? Whose jacket is that? Whose čí jacket bunda is that? Or is it? Which? Který? Which one is your? Which one is your? Který? Which is je your? Tvůj. Again, this is a possessive pronoun. Your, tvůj. Which one is your? Který je tvůj? Okay. So, I think that we've got these questions covered. I can create a list of questions that I can give you, and you can try to translate them, but I think that we will do this a little later in the process, when I will teach you more words. And yeah, I'll give you, yeah, I guess this will be it for today. There are also the numerals, but I think that you will leave this to another lesson if you do not mind. There's a lot to learn. So have a wonderful day and see you another time. Ahoj. Naschle. Ahoj. Naschle.